Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to week 47 of the DC Sports Digest. A lot of excitement this week because there are a couple teams that could be looking at playoffs. So without further ado, let's just get started. One of those teams not looking at playoffs, unfortunately, is the Washington Nationals, who were officially eliminated. But this week they split the Pirates and Braves series and then split the first two games of the Marlins series. It was pretty much, we kind of knew it was coming, but it officially happened now, I think. But like I said, my goal is just for us to get 6 more wins, get to 72, which is more than last year. We also had Francis Tiafoe throughout the first pitch, and I thought it was a good time to shout him out for making it all the way to the semis of the U.S. Open. Local tennis player, obviously doing pretty well to make the semifinals of a major tournament, so congrats to him. A little late, but we still shouted him out. Also, our low-A affiliate Fredericksburg Nats are advancing to their championship series in the minor leagues, so congrats to them. Got a lot of future players. We got Seaver King, we got Travis Secor, and many others, so congrats to them. And then this week we have the Marlins series finishing the Mets series and the beginning of the Cubs series. The Wizards, not much news. They traded the rights of Jules Bernard for Jalen Noel. I think both two-way players, so pretty small move, but it's really all we have because it's a slow point in the offseason for basketball. And then on to the Caps. They had their rookie camp start this week, or this past week, and then training camp is going to start this week. So things are starting to ramp up for the Caps as well. And the Commanders got a lot to talk about. They lost to the Bucks 37-20. But Jaden Daniels had a really great start. 184 passing yards, almost 100 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Obviously, could work on slide a little bit. Obviously, didn't get every single throw he wanted, but overall, a really solid start and had the best start of the 3 rookies who started this week. But obviously, it was not perfect. We had a lot of almost sacks. You could say our corner play was bad, but that was also partially the Buccaneers with established offense and an established defense, because obviously, like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are great receivers, and they made Forbes and St. Juice look pretty bad. And speaking of Forbes, he had some sort of finger or wrist injury, so he's had a surgery. I don't know what his timetable will be. It's going to be an interesting situation to monitor. I'll just say that. Johnny Newton, I think he's maybe questionable for this week, so either come back this week or next. So that's a good sign. And also another good sign, Brandon Coleman is, obviously he played last week, which was great to see. Limited snaps, but I think now he is the starter in the depth chart, because in his limited snaps, he looked pretty good. So that was good to see. Another issue from last week was the kicker, who we released, because if we didn't release him before week 2, we would have to give up our 7th round pick. So we really didn't have to give anything up to get this kicker, and obviously he didn't do too well, so we released him. We signed Austin Siebert, a veteran, so it doesn't really matter as long as they can make kicks. That's fine. And I don't like to say it's a must-win for week 2 game, but I feel like it's a must-win just because of the state of the Giants right now. They got blown out by the Vikings, and their team is not looking too good. They got Malik Neighbors. They got a good pass rush. That's honestly about it. So I really hope we can win this game and kind of turn things around. It's gonna be a big game, first home game. So we'll see what we can do against the Giants tomorrow. And now I can talk about the teams in the playoff spots. So after starting 0-12, the Mystics, they lost the Lynx. They beat the Sky and Dream. And because of a tiebreaker, I think with the Dream maybe, or with someone, they hold the last playoff spot now, which is honestly crazy. I don't know how far they're going to get in the playoffs, but I guess it's impressive and good for morale to see them, get back in there. So they have 3 more games against the Dream, Liberty, and Fever to see if they can somehow get into the playoffs. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Washington Spirit beat Portland. They are also on track to make the playoffs. I feel like I may have seen someone that they clinched, but I don't know. But they're in a good spot. They're second in the league, so I think they're in a good spot to get to the playoffs too. This week they have games against Houston and Kansas City. DC United beat Chicago, and also somehow it holds a playoff spot. They are, I think, 9 teams each make it from each conference, so that's a lot of teams. But they are in 9th and could obviously still have a chance to get a little higher. So they have a game against New York City FC where they will see tonight if they can improve their standing before the playoffs come up. And also, I want to talk about DC Power, another new women's soccer team. I think the league literally just started like this year. So they started the season 0-2-2. They have a game next Sunday. But the cool thing actually this week is Audi Field hosts the DC Power, DC United, and Washington Spirit. I think they all have games there this week, so really cool. Great to see that stadium up and buzzing. I've never been there, so I really would like. It'd be cool to go at some point. So yeah, I think it's a great stadium. So hopefully, I have a chance to go there someday. And yeah, that's all I really have. So a lot of excitement, and hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll see. Keep monitoring which teams can end up making the playoffs. So thanks for watching. Bye.